anapiga simu amekula.
Kitu simple nimekana hela, naweza kukufan kama hauna wera. Chocho mengi mono unanikera, sina fatu pepo megeuka bendera. Mafuta natumia, harufu nanukia, na mbio zangu.
Charlie, wako mimi Charlie. Oh, you pour me water, make a shot my shoulder. Tell your mama, baby, she got that pretty daughter. My darling, your darling, kipenzi changu. Wendo asali, utamu wangu. Hey, sweet melody, hey, sweet melody.
How to cook instant noodles like a pro. Fully cooked noodles. Rinse with water from Mississippi River. Make hard scrambled eggs. Stir-fry lunch meat till browned. Stir-fry tomato until mushy. Put all the ingredients together. Add all the seasoning packs. Sprinkle cilantro. Well mix it. Done and dusted. Out of this world.
Yeah. If you can't cook, don't accept an engagement ring. Learn how to cook first before you bring out your finger. Use your finger to cook before you stretch it out. If you cannot cook, keep your finger. When you hear a young girl say, my best meal is Indomie, that's an advertisement of laziness. That's how to know lazy people. Ask them, what do you like? Indomie. That's laziness personified. The dean and the registrar, faculty of laziness. That is the person talking to you. Am I talking to somebody here? But you ask somebody, say, pounded yam with so and so soup. When you hear the person talk, you know somebody who is ready to spend time. Continue. That is a marriage material. When we say certain things, people think that we are personal. We are personal about it. But it's not true. Even though a man should also know how to augment and help himself once in a while, a woman is not wired to be a slave. A woman is not created and wired to be secondary or second-handed or second place or second fiddle. But no man should marry a woman who cannot cook.
Precious.
That is the truth. Because even if you don't eat, your children will eat. Even if your children don't eat, strangers will eat. Am I talking to somebody here? If you can't cook, don't accept an engagement ring. Learn how to cook first before you bring out your finger. Use your finger to cook before you stretch it out. If you cannot cook, keep your finger. Learn to cook. Then you just stand up, make up like chimpanzee, and you put this on your face and do make.
With only 3 potatoes, he makes this recipe for a delicious breakfast. I'll start by grating 3 potatoes on the bigger side. Once the potatoes are grated, I will reserve them. In a bowl I will add 3 eggs. And I'll spice it up with a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a pinch of black pepper, a little finely chopped parsley, but if you don't like it you can skip it. and I will mix very well until the eggs break. Guys, today's recipe with potatoes that we are making, it is very easy to make and it is delicious. I am sure everyone will like the result. When the eggs are well beaten, I will add the 3 grated potatoes that I had reserved. I will also add a tablespoon of wheat flour, common all use. And I will mix well until I get a mixture without lumps. At this moment I would like to know, from which country or city you look at us, to send you a special greeting in the next recipe. The greeting in today's recipe is for Durea Bayo from Philippines, also for Rosalia Zavora from California, and Mire Telemac from New Jersey. Thank you for always seeing and enjoying our recipes. And so in this way we should be the mixture. In a frying pan I will add a little olive oil, and with a kitchen brush I will spread it over the pan. Once the oil is well sprinkled, I will add half of the mixture of eggs and grated potatoes, and spread it until it is very uniform. When it is so well uniform, I will add mozzarella cheese cut into pieces. Then I will add grated ham, spreading it very well in the pan. Finally, I will cover the cheese and ham with the rest of the mixture, just as I am doing. If you have come this far seeing today's recipe, that means that you are liking this recipe, so leave us here below the following message: I love potatoes, to send you a very special greeting. Now I will cover and let cook over low heat for 15 or 20 minutes. Once this golden at the bottom, with the help of a plate, I will turn it over. And I will cover again, to let it cook over minimum heat for 10 minutes. And already our recipe today, with eggs and grated potatoes, is ready. Look how wonderful it has been. Although I would like you to rate this recipe from 0 to 10 to know if you liked the result. Thank you for watching this recipe until the end. I hope you liked the result. Tell me if it's the first time you see one of my recipes. And if so, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube as Cheunoe, and activate the bell so you can always receive our recipes. A hug and see you in the next recipe.
Hey beautiful people, how are you doing today? So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this very simple fried rice, which is very yummy, and trust me, you're going to get addicted to making this. So all you have to do is to get a saucepan, add in some oil, add in onions, add in green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers and carrots, like at the same time. Now, when those ones are half ready, like not fully cooked, just half cooked, you add in your tomatoes and then you keep, stirring around until the tomatoes are ready. You get it like that. You just stirring thingy. Yeah. And then at this point, I'm going to go in with my boiled peas. Yes, boiled peas. Yes, go in and just keep stirring. I really like using boiled peas because every time I use the raw ones, they don't come as soft as I want them to be. Now, after all this, you're going to go ahead and put some seasoning. I'm using curry powder, some Royco cube, add in your rice, and add in some beef soup, or the broth, whatever you call it. Then go ahead and let this boil. By the way, don't forget to add some salt. Yeah, let this boil and you'll have something that looks like this. Very yummy and very easy to make. So you should try this out and tell me how it goes. Thank you.
I've been working all the summer,
getting my brain up and shit, moving from place to place, from plane to plane, spreading my word out and shit. I've been doing this.
Make these meatballs for that potluck. Welcome to episode 4 of my mincemeat series. This is also a perfect addition to your Christmas table. To your mincemeat, we're going to add onions, minced garlic, breadcrumbs, paprika, black pepper, salt, and give it a good mix. Once it's well combined, we're going to shape them into meatballs. I used about 45 grams on each meatball. I got 20 and I air fried them. For the sauce, saute your onions and minced garlic, and we'll spice it up with black pepper, paprika, and coriander spice. Give it a good mix, and remember, let your spices cook. Go in with tomato paste and blended tomato. Once it comes together, we're going to season with 2 Royco cubes. You need to have patience for a beautiful red rich sauce. Hakuna raka. Once the meatballs are ready, into the sauce they go. And now for the star of the show. Royco Mchuzi mix tomato, ginger, and garlic. Mix in about 1 tablespoon into some water and add it into our meatball. Mix it in and add in some water if you like it extra saucy. This is a definite crowd pleaser. Hii utakula na nini? Let me know when you try. Class dismissed. Happy eating.
So nice. Can you please make hot pancakes. Your wish is my command. We start by mixing 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, pinch of salt, 2 cups of warm milk. Mix until there's no lumps. To my pan, I'll grease with a bit of vegetable oil, then pour my pancake batter, then spread it, and then let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes, then flip and also let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes EV. After flipping your pancakes, make sure that you reduce the heat. And that's how you can make hot pancakes at home with just easy recipes. And thank you for watching. I hope you'll try. Bye!
Yeah. If you can't cook, don't accept an engagement ring. Learn how to cook first before you bring out your finger. Use your finger to cook before you stretch it out. If you cannot cook, keep your finger. When you hear a young girl say, my best meal is Indomie, that's an advertisement of laziness. That's how to know lazy people. Ask them, what do you like? Indomie. That's laziness personified. The dean and the registrar, faculty of laziness. That is the person talking to you. Am I talking to somebody here? But you ask somebody, say, pounded yam with so soup. When you hear the person talk, you know somebody who is ready to spend time. Continue. That is a marriage material. When we say certain things, people think that we are personal. We are personal about it. But it's not true. Even though a man should also know how to augment and help himself once in a while, a woman is not wired to be a slave. A woman is not created and wired to be secondary or second-handed or second place or second fiddle. But no man should marry a woman who cannot cook.
Precious.
That is the truth. Because even if you don't eat, your children will eat. Even if your children don't eat, strangers will eat. Am I talking to somebody here? If you can't cook, don't accept an engagement ring. Learn how to cook first before you bring out your finger. Use your finger to cook before you stretch it out. If you cannot cook, keep your finger. Learn to cook. Then you just stand up, make up like Chipazi, and you put it on your face and do makeup like Chipazi. Cook, you cannot cook. All you know is to...
Unapenda broiler ama kienyeji? For me, I used to love broiler until I tasted kienyeji. No turning back, my love. Niko na kuku mbili ya kienyeji hapa, nachemsha na maji na garlic for 1 hour mpaka ive. My chicken is ready. Kuku ya kienyeji haitaki mambo mingi. Minimal spice, taongeza kitunguu, saumu, black pepper and salt. Also add tomatoes. I'll cook this on a medium heat until my tomatoes are done. I'll also add oyster sauce na dania. Kienyeji goes well with ugali. Cheki kienyeji vile imetokea. Ni kwanza kuzima gas ni kule kuku yote. But hold up, wacha tupike ugali. Natumia unga wa dola. As always, unga wa dola ni kitu shwari. Unakulaga ugali mara ngapi kwa wiki? Mpishi ni mmoja, walaji ni wengi. Just like that, our kienyeji and ugali is ready. I'll serve this with kachumbari. I hope you enjoy. Utamu, utamu, reloaded.
Let's make an irresistible ungalicious fried rice. This recipe is rated a 10 out of 10. Just say, dankasa. And after making this for my husband, listen to what he said.
Babe, I think you need to open a fried rice joint too. And what you say?
Sir, Matia, I will consider that. So I seasoned my soft chicken with salt, onga chicken seasoning, onga 3 mix, and onga shrimp tablet. I then added my blended ingredients, which I will list in the caption, and 2 habanero peppers. I let it stew in its own juice for about 10 minutes and then added enough water to cook it. I added enough water because I'll be using the stock to cook the rice. Then I covered it and cooked it for extra 20 minutes. And when the chicken was ready, I removed, fried them and set them aside. Moving on to the rice, I strained the chicken stock into a new saucepan, added salt and dark soy sauce, gave it a quick stir and left it to boil. Later, I added my washed rice and cooked it for 10 minutes. At this point, you could notice that making fried rice is not difficult, but it involves time. Now let's move on to the main game. I'll first fry my onions with ginger powder. This will enhance both the taste and aroma. Then I went in with the carrots, fried for a few minutes and added my bell pepper. And to give it more flavor, I will use half of the Onga shrimp tablets I used for the chicken. And a drizzle of dark soy sauce for the shade, stirred it for a few minutes and added my rice. At this point, I can see that my fried rice is looking promising. Finally, I'll add my scrambled eggs, spring onions, fry it for about 2 minutes and I'm done. My Ongalicious fried rice is ready. And as I said earlier, my husband really enjoyed this meal. He also knows good food. And it's a way of fried rice papebia. Always choose Onga products. Guys, try this recipe for the best results. We shall meet again. Bye!
I made it for Sunday lunch and everyone set aside the meat. If you have 3 potatoes at home, you need to make this recipe. It's quick, easy, and incredibly delicious. Add 3 boiled potatoes to a bowl and mash them very well, forming a puree. And if you like easy recipes like this, go ahead and click the like button. Once that's done, add a piece of Calabrese sausage cut into small pieces. Next, add 50 grams of Parmesan cheese. Also, add green onions to taste, and half a teaspoon of salt. Mix these ingredients very well. Take the opportunity to tell me here in the comments which city or country you are watching this video from. I want to know how far it will reach. Next, gradually add a cup of cornstarch and mix very well until it is completely dissolved. When you reach this point, it's perfect. And shaping it is very simple. Just take a small piece of the dough and make the following movements. This is how our sausage balls will turn out. Repeat the process with all the dough. After finishing this step, add the balls to the hot oil. If you are looking for a quick, easy, and delicious recipe for lunch or dinner, you just found it. Save it so you don't miss it. Using 2 forks, flip to fry on the other side, just like I'm doing. And when the patties are fried on both sides, we will remove them and place them on a paper towel. Our potato patties with sausage are ready. Now just serve and check out the result. And look how amazing this recipe turns out, everyone. Simply perfect. Leave a rating from 0 to 10 here in the comments.
There's a secret people don't tell you on how to make crunchy meat pie. Step up your meat pie game with this crunchy, delicious meat pie recipe. In a clean bowl, add 100 grams of flour. This gave me about 20 meat pies. Add 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 1 tablespoon of salt. Add 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Well, nutmeg gives your meat pie this delicious flavor. Mix all your dry ingredients together, then add cold butter. Emphasis of cold butter. In this recipe, I added 2 of this butter. This is where the work begins. So the first secret in making crunchy meat pie, you need enough butter. Like, don't be stingy with your butter. So continue mixing your butter and your flour until you achieve this crumbling look. Then add in 1 egg to your mixture. Well, egg is actually optional, and skip it if you don't have eggs at home. Now bring in your cold milk or water. Emphasis on cold milk or water. Add your milk or water gradually, like what you're seeing me doing in this video. Please wash carefully to see the quantity of milk I use, because I don't have the actual quantity of the amount of milk I use when making meat pie. After adding your milk, mix your dough slowly to come together. I transfer my dough to a work surface so I can knead and bring my dough together nicely. So the third secret in making meat pie is don't overwork your dough. Try to bring your dough together nicely without overworking it. Keep your dough in the refrigerator for 30 minutes, then remove and start making your meat pie. If you don't have a refrigerator, then you can start making your meat pie immediately. Roll your dough using a rolling stick, then cut to your desired shape and size. I use a cover of my small pot because I didn't have a meat pie cutter. So add your meat pie fillings. If you haven't watched my video on how to make the best meat pie filling, then you need to go and watch that video. So guys, watch carefully how I prep my meat pie dough. I used my hand and a fork in shaping my dough. In a bowl, crack 1 egg. The egg is used to give your meat pie this crunchy and shiny look. Brush the egg on the back of your meat pie. After prepping your meat pie dough, transfer in a baking tray and bake for 180 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes. Take note, bake your meat pie in a preheated oven. After 30 minutes, your delicious, crunchy, yummy, and mouth-watering meat pie should be ready. So this is the secret in making crunchy and crispy meat pie. Drop a comment on the comment section if this helped you and if you're going to be trying out this delicious meat pie recipe. Also, if you have any question, please don't forget to ask on the comment section. You can see without me telling you, this meat pie was crunchy and crispy. I took it to church for my son's dedication and everyone loved it. Like, I got lots and lots of compliments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop a comment on what you want me to make next.
It is very important that you save this recipe before I delete it, because this is a detailed recipe of how to make pizza from scratch. I call it a money making recipe. First, in some warm water, I'll be adding a 1 teaspoon of yeast and 1 tablespoon of sugar and set aside. In a bowl, we'll be adding 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar and some salt, and also about 1 tablespoon of oil. Now we'll add our yeast mixture, mix and knead properly. I kneaded until my dough was stretchy and smooth and looked like this. Now we're going to oil our bowl, put our dough in it and cover and leave to rise for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. After your dough has doubled in size, you will bring it out, stretch it on your pizza pan, add your toppings. I added homemade pizza sauce. If you want the recipe for my pizza sauce, tell me. And then I added some sausages, some turkey bacon, some chicken breast, onions, green pepper, and some cheese. Now, because my pizza had a thick crust, I let it bake in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And look at this gorgeousness. Make sure you try this recipe, okay? This is the best spaghetti I have ever made. I want you to imagine a very romantic love letter. That is the best way I can describe the spaghetti. And I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step tutorial on how to make yours today. Now make sure you save this before I delete it. First, we're going to be boiling our spaghetti with some salt. And at the same time, in my pan, I'm going to be adding some oil, onion, garlic, and leave this to fry for about 2 minutes before adding my pepper mix. This pepper mix is just a combination of bell peppers and scotch bonnet. Next, I'll be adding some tomato paste, just very little. After this has fried for a while, I'm going to be spicing this up. I'm going to list all the spices I used in my caption, so just follow exactly what I'm doing, okay? Now we're going to go in with our pasta water and our grilled turkey. Stir, stir, stir. Then I'll be adding my spaghetti next. We're going to stir this thoroughly on low heat until it's properly combined and looks like this. Now serve this with a glass of wine and have the most amazing time.
Welcome to episode 5 of my broiler chicken series. And today I'll be showing you how to make this simple, juicy, deep fried chicken.
I surprised everyone with this recipe. Now I only cook noodles like this. Start by cutting 1 medium onion. Cut it in half, then into strips, and finally into small cubes. Next, in a large skillet over medium-low heat, add 1 drizzle of oil, the onion cubes, stir, and let them fry until slightly golden brown. Meanwhile, cut half red bell pepper. Cut it in half, then into small cubes. Cut 1 yellow pepper, cut it in half, remove the core, then cut it into thin strips, and finally into small cubes. Now, cut 2 tomatoes, cut them in half, remove the stems, cut them into round slices, then into strips, and finally into small cubes. Once you've done that, transfer to the skillet the red bell pepper, the yellow pepper, the tomatoes. 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 pinch of black pepper, 100 milliliters of water, and stir fry for 5 minutes. Take this time to share this video and write in the comments section the name of the city from which you're watching it, and we'll make sure to leave a heart, especially for you. Oh, and thanks for sharing this video. Next, add 2 packages of instant noodles of 80 grams each. Break them into smaller pieces. Add another 100 milliliters of water. Cover the skillet and let it all cook for 3 minutes. After this indicated time, stir until incorporated into the sauce. Add 2 beaten eggs and stir for another 3 minutes. If you've made it here, that means you're enjoying our recipe, so click the share button and share this video with all your friends. It won't cost you anything, but for us, it will make all the difference. Finally, add 150 grams of grated mozzarella cheese. Cover the skillet and let it all cook for another 3 minutes. This is the right point. Finish by adding parsley to taste. That recipe is ready. You may now serve and enjoy it. I hope you like this recipe. Now, I'll head to the comments section and leave a heart to everyone who left the name of their city. See you next recipe. Bye-bye.
Don't eat bread. Make this easy breakfast recipe. In a medium bowl with a ripe banana, start by adding 1 egg. Then, using a fork, mash the banana very well until it dissolves completely. When that happens, add 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar and mix until the sugar dissolves. Take this time to share this video and write in the comments section the name of the city from which you're watching it. And we'll make sure to leave a heart especially for you. Oh, and thanks for sharing this video. Then add 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And keep mixing until incorporated. It is important that you mix the ingredients very well, so that the batter is super smooth. After that, sift 5 tablespoons of wheat flour with 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and mix very well until combined. Have you got that recipe app? It's already available for download. With this app, you'll have access to all our recipes in the palm of your hands, and you'll get notified every time we upload a new recipe. In addition to all that, you'll also have access to an exclusive area in which you can bookmark your favorite recipes. Go to the App Store or Play Store now. Type that recipe and download it. This is the right mix. After doing this, in a large skillet over low heat, add a drizzle of vegetable oil and spread it with a brush. Now, add the batter we prepared earlier. I hope you're enjoying the recipe. Share it with your friends. By doing so, you'll be helping us go even further. Spread it across the skillet, cover, and let it fry for 5 minutes. After this time has passed, flip the pancake, cover the skillet again, and let it fry for another 3 minutes. This is the right point. That recipe is ready. You may now serve and enjoy it. I hope you liked this recipe. Now I'll head to the comments section and leave a heart to everyone who left the name of their city. See you next recipe. Bye-bye.